I'm sweeping the bus right now. So I've been not having a good day, like at all. Yesterday, after jumping off a cliff, I asked Nate if we could just do some nice stretching for yoga. Or can yoga really be a lot of stretching? He said yes. And then it wasn't. And so that was sad. Yoga's at 8. It was 8 o'clock. McKenna was not outside of her room. And so he was like, oh, well, I guess we'll just start then if no one's seen her. And then we started. Everything's fine. She came out a few minutes later, joined in, easy peasy. And then at breakfast, he's like, the sun's rising earlier and earlier, about 6:20 now. So I'd really like to be doing yoga at 8 a.m. Like, we have been doing yoga at 8 a.m. every day. It kind of felt like maybe it was like meant towards McKenna for not coming out at 8 a.m. But I'm like, it's optional, is it not? Like, we started without her. Like, it wasn't a whole thing, so why does it matter? But yeah, we've always done it at 8. We've been doing it at 8. We still did it at 8. And then he was like, well, I'm up at 6:20, so I'm ready to go by, like, I want to be doing my yoga already. I'd love to do it earlier, but I don't think anyone else would want to. I was like, no, you're right, I don't want to. And then he said, yeah, I'd really ideally like to be out and working by 9:15. Sir, you are running the yoga. You get to decide how long it is. You're also the one that makes breakfast, so like, I feel like you could just prep the breakfast ahead of yoga if you really wanted to speed up the process, since you're up an hour and a half before everyone else. That kind of started off my day, put me in like a meh mood. We did planting, and like, I think McKenna, when she was here like the month before I got here, they did a whole bunch of stuff, so she kind of like knows the deal. I don't. I've never done any of this. And so like the planting was happening, and like Sunshine would tell McKenna everything and like explain things to her, and then I was just like also there, but nothing would get explained to me. And then she'd just like hand me seeds and I wouldn't know what to do with it, and then I like would try to ask clarifying questions. I just was not getting very good, clear directions. And I'm like, it makes sense that you could give less direction to McKenna, who's done this before. She knows what's going on. I don't. And so like that was frustrating. One, just like the fact that I'm also supposed to be helping and I'm not getting, the one who needs more direction is getting none. And then when I would ask questions to try to like clarify or get some help, she like wasn't being clear. And so that was frustrating me. I've also just been cramping all day, so I'm not in a great mood anyway. And then it's hot, and I get mean when I'm hot, so like I really was just not having a good day. And then like I didn't really have to do a whole lot, but then like, here's the thing, is like Sunshine, I feel like if she wants you to do something, she'll be like, oh, can I get your help with whatever? And then you do it, and it's fine. And she'd be like, thanks. And then that's it. And if you're hanging out, reading or whatever, she doesn't, like, I don't ever feel like she's like upset that I'm not working. Whereas Nate, I feel like, because he's like, has to be getting, there's just so much stuff that has to get done all the time. I just constantly feel like if I'm not always working and working as hard as he is, when he sees me, that he like is mad about it. But I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Tell me what you want from me and I will do it. I probably won't work as hard as you, but I'll do it. That's how I felt today, where like Sunshine was kind of directing us, and then she stopped giving us things to do, and so I started reading and she was just chilling. And then like Nate came by and like, he didn't say anything, I just like feel him looking, and like, I don't know, him and Sunshine also like once again kind of got into it. It wasn't as bad as the first time, like there was like low-key almost yelling. That wasn't what was happening, but like he's just been so moody and like kind of rude to her especially. And I'm like, what's your like, she was saying something and he like asked a question and she like clarified and he still didn't get it, and he just like leaned into her face and just stared, and I'm like, bro, this is weird. So anyway, I'm not having a good day. I also am like, I've gotten to the point where I am not gonna miss the like work stuff. Like I'm ready to be done, but I will miss the like atmosphere. I told McKenna that I almost felt like I was at summer camp, but like not in the way that like, oh, it's all fun like in summer camp, but like it doesn't, like I'm not living real life right now. I'm playing pretend, and like me and McKenna are like really close and really good friends, but we're literally all each other has. So like, yeah, we are, but like we're gonna go separate ways when we get out of here, and like who knows what's gonna happen. And like that's the part that I'm like sad about, is like going back to like the real world. The first 2 weeks I was able to just kind of like disconnect and hang out, and now I'm like, oh, I just canceled my Oklahoma trip, so now I have to plan what the heck I'm doing now for the next basically 2 months, thinking all this stuff that I have to take care of and reschedule. And I'm gonna miss the just like wake up, hang out, be outside. For the most part it's pretty chill. I feel like there were 2 things that I didn't say yesterday that I wanted to, but I couldn't remember. Oh, well, just with the, Jesus. I wrote it in my journal, but I didn't on video fully thank McKenna for the, like, cliff diving, because I feel like she was very supportive and, like, what is the word I'm looking for? She was just, like, cheering me on. She's a great cheerleader. Which actually she did do cheerleading, so that is fitting, but she literally was just like, I'm so proud of you, and that was very nice. Just even like the fact that we were like holding hands to jump in, like I don't know if I would have actually been able to make myself jump at all, because I did it on my own. I really had to get hyped up to do it. I don't think I would have been able to do that had I not done it with her first. Like I very much appreciate that she is so down for everything. I feel like there was something else, but I don't remember, and I'm supposed to be sweeping. This has been out of focus the whole time, so sorry. I think the other thing is that I finally, today, the fighter jets were overhead, and there were clouds, but not as many as usual, so you could actually see them. But by the time I got my camera, you like couldn't see it, and there was like one, and I didn't get a good shot of it. But I'm hoping that Carson with his TISM can be like, oh, that's whatever kind of plane. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's not like anything cool, but I thought it was fascinating. Okay, bye. Okay. I feel like the vibes are off with like everyone today, which then I'm like, okay, let's think about it. If the vibes are off with everyone, like with me and everyone, I'm the common denominator, and it's probably just me. I don't know. It's rough out here. I'm just having a bad day. Like I went to sweep the bus, and there's a bunch of mats in there that are like when you walk into a store or like a school, and there's those rubber like carpet mat things that are meant to wipe your feet off from outside, or sometimes they even are outside. There's a bunch of those. We were sweeping the bus out to get it ready because there's someone else that's coming and they have to like get a bed and stuff all put together. And so I go over. I was trying to find Sunshine, but Nate was closer, and I'm like, well, you're in your head about this stuff. Just ask him. It's his place too. It's his bus. And so I went up and I was like, hey, do you want me to leave those mats out because you have to like set everything all up, or do you want me to like put them back in? But it seems silly to put them in, just take them back out when we set it up tomorrow. He made me feel like that was a stupid question to ask, and that obviously he wants the mats back in the bus because what if it rains? I'm like, we literally at lunch talked about how there's no rain on the forecast tomorrow / tonight, and also they're outdoor mats. Like, they'll survive if they're rained on. Like, they're rubber on the bottom, and even it's not like legit carpet. It's like carpet meant for being stepped on with outside wet muddy boots. I don't know. Then my next question, I was like, screw that, I'm going to Sunshine, because she at least doesn't make me feel stupid for asking a question. It'd be one thing if it was like still gonna be another week before we set it up, then like obviously I'd put everything back in, but like we're gonna probably set up, like she's coming on Wednesday, I think. I don't even know what date it is, to be honest, but still, I'm like, we're supposed to set it up like ASAP, and I thought that was a valid question, but apparently not. Rhiannon, it's just you. Calm down. But yeah, also, something I feel like I talked about once, like on the second day and never again, is my whole like digital detox, social media cleanse situation, which has not been what I intended it to be. I ended up the first few days, I still had Instagram, and I would go on it every single day, and even though I would like keep my phone in my room, I would still go on it. So I ended up just deleting it. I just deleted the app off my phone. Honestly, amazing. I think I'm gonna pull a Peter for those of you that know what that means. But he literally would delete it, and then like every few months, I don't know, whenever he felt like it, I guess, he would just re-download it, check in on what his friends are posting, maybe he had something to post, and then delete it again. And I'm like, I think that might be what I do now, because that I think has made such a difference already. I didn't end up deleting anything else, which like honestly, I don't really struggle with scrolling on TikTok. I kind of got just so over it anyway. Also, there's not really time to be scrolling on any brain rotting on TikTok here. So that hasn't been an issue. I have stopped keeping my phone in my room, and so like I'm still on it more than I would like to be, but I also am like, I'm not just sitting on my phone, like I'm doing something, whether it's like going through pictures or texting, responding to people, like editing, things like that. So like I'm not just scrolling on it, like if I'm doing stuff on it. I still would ideally like to not be super reliant on it, but baby steps. I don't think anyone really cared about that, but that's that update. Now I have to go back out there, and I don't want to. I just want to curl up in a ball and be alone. Anyway, bye. The other thing that I forgot to mention is, you know, when it rains, it pours. I did laundry today, and I washed my AirPods, apparently. So yeah, that's great. Somehow, the case and one of them seemingly are working fine, and then the other one's just destroyed. So that's just to add to just the amazing day that I've been having. The second thing is that I take back what I said about the poison ivy, because after I said that, I actually just googled what what it looks like to have a reaction to poison ivy, and that is not at all what I have going on. But today, I've still been itching, and it's like there's just like bumps popping up, and I'm like, this cannot be, sorry, that was sideways the whole time. Like, this cannot be mosquitoes. Because I feel like I would notice this many mosquitoes. But like, even not just mosquitoes, but like any bug. I'm like, how do I not notice all of this? So then, I have one on my arm. Let's see if I can give you a tour. So I have, it's literally not going to focus. I don't know how to work this camera. So I have this one on my arm that you can't really see. And I decided to just use the Google, like, image search thing. The results that came back, it was like, how to tell between bug bite, or a mosquito bite, and a bed bug bite. And I'm like, bed bugs? And then I was like reading about it, and I'm like, what if I take a picture of like different bites? All of those results also mention bed bug bites. And then I read a lot about bed bugs and how they, one, primarily pop up overnight and you don't feel them when they bite, but then they will be itchy and red after. They usually are in clusters of 3 to 5 in lines or like zigzags, and they are normally on skin that is exposed during sleep. Now I think it might be bed bugs, but I'm like afraid to try to find them because I have to sleep in this bed, and it's already been this long. Like, we're in the home stretch now. But like, let me give you a tour of my bites. So I showed you the ones on my arm, which there's more. You can't really see any of these probably because I don't know how to work this stupid camera. There's some on my shoulder, then I have them on this arm, but the legs are where it's actually. Before I undo everything, I'm going to show you how I'm dressed now to go to sleep because I'm afraid, if you can even see it. I literally look like a peasant boy. Socks. I got my pants tucked in. I have my shirt tucked in. I have my hair tucked in. Honestly, I'm thinking about putting my hoodie on so I can put the hood up. I keep feeling like stuff. I'm like itching everywhere because now I'm afraid that it's bed bugs. So there's like there and there and there in a little cluster. And then we have that one, and then we have in a little line, that one's kind of on its own, and then in a little line, that one, and then 3, right in a little line, and then another one down there. This right here is why I think it's bed bugs, because I also have 3 in a little line on this side, and then there's some over here, and then a bunch on my knee, and then more on this tattoo. So I don't know what to do. I do feel the only tiny little bit that is like good about it being bed bugs is it makes me feel less crazy, because I'm like, how am I getting bit this much and I have no idea that it's happening? But also, because I'm like, and I'm the only one that this is happening to. Like, how is no one else having this problem? But I feel like if it was bed bugs, like, surely they're not only in this room. Like, they would have spread out, I would think. But I don't know. I don't know what else it could be. Because, like, everything I read said, like, the big key factor with bed bugs is that they're usually in lines or clusters of 3 to 5. And I'm like, it has to be that. I don't know what else it is. But yeah, so now it's time to go to bed. And I guess I'm just sleeping with the bed bugs again. My mom used to say, good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. And that has never once been relevant in my life until this moment. What a great way to just cap off the amazing day that I have been having. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. We're just so amazing. All the time, everything is great. Okay. Don't let the bed bugs bite.